And don't stray. Don't wake up one day and say, but I want to post the picture of my puppy dog. No, that is not your brand. Don't do it. Now, we've been talking about personal branding. We also know that people organize themselves in bigger groups in business, and they are called corporations. Corporations fall under corporate branding. And what does that mean? A corporate brand is who is the company and what does the company do. So what are people buying into? It's the corporate brand. Here's the thing. Pay attention. People don't buy what you sell or do. People don't buy your services or products. This is a mind shifter, right? Different perspective. At the end of the day, people are not buying your services or your products. They're buying into an idea. They're buying into your brand promise. So all of these brands, corporate brands that are up here, they're selling their consumers into that promise. Nike sells people into empowerment, excellence. Apple sells you into innovation, right? With their tagline be think different. It's not about computers, it's not about phones. It's about that brand promise. Coca-Cola sells you into happiness, with their tagline being open happiness. Usually the tagline is very much associated to what I call the one idea. So that is your one idea. What is your big one idea? It's not your service and it's not your product. It's the brand promise that you're selling people into. What are they buying? Trust, peace of mind, health, happy ending. They're buying into those things, which is associated to their pain points, their major pain points. All right, now we're going off topic. So see how you could easily come up with these images and feelings about these brands? That is no different than the brands that you have. You just have to be crystal clear about what you want to communicate, and then just do them with images and feelings. And don't stray. Don't wake up one day and say, but I want to post the picture of my puppy dog. No, that is not your brand. Don't do it. Unless if it's linked to something that you're selling, right? If your brand is, kind of funny and funky and a bit edgy and you talk about n'importe quoi here and there, then maybe it's aligned, right? You can show a picture of your dog one day and a parrot on the street the other day. It allows you for that because people see it in consistency. You keep doing it, people still buy it. If you do something that's not consistent, now all of a sudden, I don't know what you're doing. And you don't get a lot of tries to miss. If you miss once, you've already lost some people. They may not give you a second chance. Now, when you start mixing personal branding and corporate branding, this is when the cool stuff starts to happen. Not a lot of companies do this, and some that don't necessarily do it well. What is corporate branding? Corporate branding is when people buy into the persona, so the CEO, the face of the company, as well as the corporate brand. Here are some examples. Richard Branson and Virgin. You think about Richard Branson, images and feelings involved with that. You think about this great guy, he's got this great accent, he was knighted, he's intelligent, he's funny, he's kind of wacky sometimes. He really leverages his personal brand to make things happen for Virgin. And so because you know him, you instantaneously kind of like Virgin because you think he made it, right? He's a great guy. So I actually really like Virgin. You give Virgin a try. And then, obviously, Virgin has to do its own thing to keep you happy as a customer. If they're consistent, they give you a good service, you can count on them. Every time you go and buy from them, it's the same thing over and over again. You start liking Virgin. But actually, Virgin has to work less hard because Richard Branson supports the personal brand of this company. If Virgin didn't have a personal brand associated to the company, it would have to work a lot harder to get people in the door. Same thing for Elon Musk and Tesla. Now, this guy is super cool, right? He's young, he's hip. I think he's kind of hot. My boyfriend's sitting back there. It's okay. You know, he's super smart. He's like on the cutting edge, super innovative. He drives fancy cars, right? Like, so this is the image that I, as a consumer, have of him. And so, yes, I get to know this guy, and I'm like, what is he making? I'm going to march over here, and I'm going to see what he's making. And I see Tesla, and I go, wow, it's a complete translation of who he is into this product. Like, they are seamless. He's really given me the package. Drive a Tesla and go, wow, this is like super cool. I want to drive one, have one, if I could. And so Tesla has to work less hard to get people in the door because Elon Musk has already sold you in on a lot of the things. Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway. I love this man. If only he was younger, or he could be my grandfather. I don't know. I love this man, and I don't know how you know him, but the way I know him is that he lives on principle. He lives on his values. He doesn't talk about it that way because he's in the finance district. So he doesn't come out and say, I live based on my values. But you know that everything that he does is based on integrity. When he was 26 years old, he went and borrowed $10,000 from 10 people who were the closest to him because he wanted to start his first financial firm. And so this is back in the 1950s. So $10,000 was like close to $100,000 today. And all of those people gave him this money to start his business. And why did they do that? Because they trusted him, because he's smart, because he walks the talk. This is his personal brand. And he has not changed all these years. He's still the same person. The only thing that's changed is the money in his account, right? It's a lot more than what it was before. So people believe that anything Warren Buffett touches will turn to gold. And that's why they invest with this company, Berkshire Hathaway. You might not know Berkshire Hathaway as well if Warren Buffett was not associated to it, or any company for that matter that is part of Berkshire Hathaway, because he is the strength of the company. Now, this is really interesting. When brand messages are shared by people inside the company, CEOs, managers, employees, on social media, they get 561% more reach than the same messages shared by the brand's social media channels. That means that if people work with people, they don't work with faceless companies. If you have somebody, a person, tweeting or Instagramming, and people see a person, you're 561 more times going to get more of an outreach than if you just did it with a company name. This is really cool.